Hey, yo, what's good, folks? Your boy Acapella the Dawn, man, and we here with a special guest, man. He's back again on ACapellicTV from the last time that we actually seen him on ACapellicTV before we even had this, man. So we here with Mute the Messiah, man. So, bro, damn, how long has it been since we actually met up? Like a year ago, right?
Yeah, I mean, it had to be like, it was probably like last summer. So I'd say, yeah, it's been about a year. It's been about a year, I think, yeah.
Damn. Yo, so a lot has changed, like from last summer actually, that we met, because back then I think you didn't even know you did have a I think it was a mixtape though. It wasn't an EP, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, it was an EP. It was like 7 tracks or something, but it wasn't as like professionally done as my newer work. It wasn't as much of like a concept. I think that like this. By the way, check it out. It's Mute Messiah, Chapter 1, The Dark. That's the album right now. Yeah, I think it's really a step above from the Mind Games EP. So.
Yeah, man, and you know, I'm proud that actually, like, cause back then you told me, right, you had your crew, your friends, you know, video editors, and all these people who were helping you out create this project. You had producer, you said you was doing rock and all this stuff. You know, it's different when you just say something and actually do it. And when I saw you come up with that, first of all, as you started with a couple of tracks, couple of freestyles, and a couple of remixes, you know, remixing it with a little bit of rap and rock, and I was like, damn, man. I was just wondering to myself, man, how you did this? Like how did it all come together? Like these people actually believe in you, you know, because it's hard to make somebody believe in you, and mostly when you're not there yet, you know. But I seen you moving, I seen you on shows, I seen you showcasing and all this other stuff. So talk to us about that, man. How has that experience been so far, man?
I mean, it's really just like, you know, to be an artist, like really like create something that's gonna make an impact in some way, you gotta have a vision and you gotta have the drive to really like push yourself to do that. And as far as like getting people together, like, you know, I like to show love to other artists, like local musicians or musicians from other parts of the world, to kind of, you know, encourage them to work with me. And, you know, I like to kind of step into their world when I collaborate with people. So like, you know, like this project's really cool because I have like a lot of singers on it. There's some rock bands that do like instrumentals for me. There's some like, you know, coming out soon. I got stuff with all these like DJs that work with electronic music, kind of incorporate that. You know, it's just I like making music. I think it's better making music when you do it with your friends, and I think your friends are like, you know, the people that are gonna be there for you and see your vision, you know, want to help you with it. So I have talented friends, which helps a lot. Which is cool,
yeah, that's amazing, man, you know, because not a lot of friends who actually do it, you know, because a lot of people who hate and stuff, be like, nah, man, I'm going to get my stuff, I'm just going to use them for as long as I can, you know. But I see that you guys are moving, like, very strategically in the way that you guys, actually the goals that you guys are actually reaching for. So it's not like the way that you're moving, but the goals, you know what I mean? Because you guys, I'm guessing you guys have goals, because what I've seen, like, you go step by step, like you're not rushing to, like, the finish line. You know what I mean? But now to talk about some certain project that you got out right now, man. Like you got The Dark, Chapter 1, The Dark, right? The EP. Talk to us a little bit about that, man. Let me give you the mic.
Yeah, well, so what I'm working with now is it's like a concept album, like a 2-part thing. The one that's out now, the project's called Mute Messiah. So the first part is The Dark, Chapter 1. What it is really is like, it's me taking all kinds of elements of darkness, you know, whether it's like anger, it's sadness, it's like, you know, stuff from my past that, you know, just kind of put me in like this negative place. You know, there's different things that inspired it, like rock music, a lot of horror movies actually inspired like the sound and style of it, a lot of poetry. But yeah, what it is basically is like, I want to make an album that showed where I was and showed where I am now. So what we're working to put out now is Chapter 2, The Light, which is a very different style because it's more gospel influenced, a lot of electronic music on it, some classical. It's more, I think of it like a spiritual journey, you know. The album, it's not a destination, it's not just like just a bunch of songs I put together. It's really a journey, and I feel like sharing my experiences and sharing my journey can help people to grow. By seeing someone else's growth, I think it inspires people. So the goal of this album really is, not only to make music that different, people that enjoy different genres, different styles can love. The goal of it really is that I want to, inspire people by showing them like my growth, inspiring them to grow themselves on like a spiritual journey, going from like hate to love, that type of thing.
Damn, but that's crazy, man. That's crazy, But before we even get to the light, chapter 2 of the light, man, like I want to talk a little bit about the album. The EP, chapter 1, the dark, man. I want to talk about the songs. I want to get into the songs, the topics of the songs. You have hard rock, right? That's the name of the title, right?
Hard rock theme.
Yeah, hard rock theme, man. That shit go hard, bro.
Yes.
I was like that when you first dropped it on. You let us know on Instagram, and then you took it out on YouTube, and I was like, oh, maybe it's a freestyle or something, but it was hard. It was hard. It was crazy. You mix rock with rap. I was like, damn, this shit go hard, man. A lot of people show a lot of love on it, man. Like on Instagram channel, our Instagram page, like a lot of people show love to it, man. Like we posted up like 5 times, I think, like in that short period of time when you released it and to now. And a lot of people show mad love to it, man. People was commenting, people was inboxing me like, yo, this is dope, where can I find, etc. I said, yo, this is the homie. You could check out the interview also on ACapellicTV and stuff like that. But yo, they were showing mad love to it as the views, like the likes, like the comments, man. Something that was like, damn. And then you had Moxie, which is something you talked about in the last interview, which I thought was gonna be in the last EP.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, but it was on this one, I think, because I see it on this one, if I'm not mistaken, right? And and the one that really the one that I fuck with and I play till now to this day, man, it would have to be Run, man. You have to talk to me about that track, man. How did you get that girl on the track? How did you get the other guy on track? Cause I hear the background, or was it you? Like how did it come together? Like how was that concept? Like how did you build it? Cause I'm guessing you're like myself, like you don't. Maybe some things inspire you to write certain things, but you talk about your life. You're not talking about some certain shit that you don't live. You talk about shit that you lived and right now, and probably don't write it by now, but you have it saved up, and then when you're ready, you say, okay, I'm gonna put it on this EP because it fits right here in this story that I'm trying to tell today. You know what I mean? So can you tell us about the Run, Moxie, and Hard Rock, man? Yeah, Hard Rock, right?
You want to start with Hard Rock?
Yeah, let's go.
Do order. All right. So doing order. Hard Rock Fiend. I've always loved rock music, that's definitely like something that's in like my roots of like my sound, and like, in Long Island, that's really, a lot of the shows I do, or the shows I started to do, it wasn't hip hop because it's not a big thing there. So
back then in our generation, man, rock was really hitting, man. We had Seether, we had Slipknot, we had POD, we had all these rock bands that averaged 7'4", Queens of Stone Age. So it's not something that really concerns me. I'm like, damn, his childhood inspired him to do this kind of music, But back to you, man.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it was like bands I either listen to now, bands I listened to as a kid, and yeah, like in Long Island, it's rock is definitely more prominent. Hip hop is not as big of a thing there. So when I first did shows, it was really just like, features with rock bands. Like the one that's on Hard Rock Fiend, the first show we did, like it was this it's kind of like a metal cover of Swimming Pools, Kendrick Lamar. So that's how I got the name out there, I guess, because there's not so much of a hip hop scene. So I wanted to pay homage to rock music. Shout out My Sword and Shield. They got music coming out. It's a great band. You guys should check out. Yeah, that's how that one came together. What was the next one? It was Moxie. That was funny. That one actually happened by accident. Like I didn't plan for it to be on like any project. It was one day I was just messing around with beats. I was listening to a lot of like Ray Kim, Eric B, like that type of shit. Cause like I love how on point he is when he writes. Like, you ever seen in like the interviews, he's like, yeah, I write with the dots so I get every syllable in place, and so I was like, I want to write something like that where like it's yeah. Oh yeah, exactly, yeah.
Like Def Jam Rap Star, remember that game?
Yeah, no, exactly. Like he had that style. I wanted to do something like that where the flow was like so on point. You couldn't even put in another word, another syllable, whatever. So yeah, Moxie kind of happened from that. And I was getting to a point where, like, you know, like the hook says, like, was like, to the people that would mock me, now my posse will never question my moxie. I was getting to a point where I was like, I don't want people to like question if I could do this anymore. I want to just show them I can. So that's, you know, inspiration for that. And there's Run. Yeah, that one, you know, it was just a time in my life where I felt like there was a lot going on, whether it was with me, with people close to me, with, like, you know, whatever it is. There's a lot that, like, was getting to me. I could be, like, a very anxious person a lot, and my music is about that. You know, I try to speak to people like that, represent them in a way. So, you know, with all these, like, things that are going on in my life, I felt that anxiety, and I was like, damn, I really, like, I can't get out, you know, this frustration, this anxiousness, and writing was kind of there for me. Hip-hop was there for me then. So, you know, I put into music, you know, what it feels like when, you know, all that pressure is, like, boiling up. You know, we put a nice little acoustic beat together. I got this girl, Molly Padell, excellent singer. You know, I wrote outro for her. I wrote a nice hook for her. She sang that.
She was dope, man.
She's very talented, yeah. Yeah, you guys should check her out.
She was a professional singer already, man. That's how dope. I don't know if she is, but I don't know if she's a professional singer, man. But when I heard that, I was like, damn, like, she sounds professional, man. Like, this is dope. But you tell me, like, she's really professional. Like, she actually sings, or she was just like, just said, like, yo, you got a good voice. Like, I need you on this, man.
Well, I think she's gonna get there. I think she's getting there where people are gonna recognize her, because, like, she's super talented. I knew she wanted to do recording, so I was like, all right, I'll give you a shot because you're really good. I believe she has YouTube, so check her out, Molly Padell. Also check out the Unpermitted. Those were the two male vocalists.
But that's crazy, man. So before we get out of chapter 1, man, Run and other stuff, like, I want to talk about, like, some people will be like, yo, but how do you talk about some certain things that you're angry and stuff like this, you're anxious and then you're happy, and then how you do this shit? It's like, for me, myself, like, for myself, you know, as an artist, from my point of view, it's like, we artists, that we have so many damn emotions that go by in one day, man. Like, we go through mood swings, you know. It's kind of crazy. You'll be like, yo, this motherfucker, like, bipolar. Like, now, man, it's just something that, you know, like, you're probably sitting right here, you're chilling, you're probably thinking on things, you're probably inside, you're thinking about some other shit. It's just like the way that the mentality works, you know. Like, when you're a writer, like, you basically always want to write because you're always writing, man, you know what I mean? It's a constant hustle that you got in yourself, in your blood and shit. Like, whether you're a beginner or a professional, I guess it's just something that you want to do, you know. It's just like the love and the passion for it. But talk to us about college, man, because I don't, like, for some people be like, yo, I'm in college and it's stressful. I gotta do a 9 to 5, gotta go to college. How do you even have time, like, to do the music? Like, how does that work, man? Like that's the crazy part. Like, it must be like a big passion coming from yourself to want to actually do music while knowing that you have all this pressure on top of yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, college, it's good and bad for my music. It's bad because, you know, it's kind of another thing on top of everything I got. But, you know, I just try to manage my time really well. I make time for the things I love. So, you know, when I really want to create something, you know, I'll work with it. And it's good in a way because there is a lot of people at my school that, you know, take production classes for video, for TV, for digital media, whatever it is, that can help me out. You know, so I try to meet as many people as I can that share, like, similar passions to mine. You know, and there's like talented people that are going to these schools, and my school's big on production. There's a lot of very talented people there that have been helping me a lot with kind of putting this vision to life. Yeah, you know, kind of putting it to life, and you know, I gotta thank those people. It was awesome.
So you went right back to the story with chapter 1, the dark, because this is what you got right now. So I want to focus on this. I want to be able to tell people the story behind it and what you've done for it and what's going on and how you're moving and how you coming up with the light. You know, because you're taking this really serious. Because the dark, like, I ain't never heard of no rapper or nobody, no artist ever turn their EP into a book, man. I never seen that kind of shit. So when I seen that post that you posted on Instagram, oh, it's turning into a book, and now you're telling me that your teacher actually inspired that thought. Like, how did that happen, bro?
Yeah, there's a professor at my school named Professor Cohen. Like, shout out to her, she's lit, and she teaches poetry. And I showed her a lot of the songs and a lot of other poems or songs I wrote that kind of go along with the theme. Because before the music, I was really about just writing poetry. Because like I don't really look much like a rapper. Like I don't. So that was kind of just what I did. So. Yeah, I was working with her and I was showing her a bunch of these, and she's like, "You should really look into, making a book with this concept, with these poems." So I did it. I ordered a couple online. Hopefully, I'll get some money to order some more. So if you guys want it like as a book or something, you guys can do that definitely. If you want to actually like read it, kind of like a lyric book type of thing, I guess. But yeah, and you'll get a preview of some tracks on the light, which is cool. So. Lyrically, yeah, it's cool.
Yo, that's cool, man. Because, like, when I was younger, I didn't quite understand why people even make books. Like, nobody reads a book, but once you get older, you realize that people actually do read books. Like, they go back to books, and they go back and read. Mostly if it's somebody who really did something huge. Even if they didn't do something huge, like, they always want to know that little thing that sparked their thought. And they're like, yo, I want to do what he was doing, but he probably didn't finish it. Or maybe he did do it, and I want to do it bigger. I want to do it better, So this is going to be something that if it stays in the book, it stays in the stores, the bookstores and stuff like that. If it still exists in the future, which I'm guessing is going to all be digital in the future, man. Everything's going digital. Yeah. But yeah, man, so it's gonna be interesting, because like books actually live on. That's something that I was kind of ignorant enough to not understand at a young age, but now it's kind of different, But this just tells like what the light is gonna be, man. Because if you did all of this for the dark, and some of these things that you said, there wasn't actually your plans or your ideas. It's like your teacher, and then it went like that. But you see, it's about your team. It's about the people you have around you, the people who inspire you and tell, yo, you gotta, what if this, what if you do this, what if you do that? And you never know what it could lead to. Like right now you're doing the book, right? But what if it leads into something bigger, man? And it actually inspires somebody else. Yeah, who's to say that maybe Meek Mill will do a freaking book on this freaking Only P, man?
Calling him out on that. if Meek Mill's about to do a book on his album, I'm calling him out on that. 'Cause that's what I did. You can't do that. Though I have to be fair, like I'm not the first to do it. Tupac did the same thing. So I mean I can't Rose from the Concrete, so I can't say it's original, but
the Tupac movie, like what you think about it?
I didn't see it. I've been working on the album. I haven't seen any movies. I heard a lot of people like 50 Cent was saying like it's not accurate or something, but yeah.
An iPhone or some shit like that. I was like, what the fuck? Why the fuck would an iPhone be in there?
I don't know who directing that movie would think that's a good idea or that makes sense. I saw a post that was a joke where they were like, yeah, dude, Tupac has like a fidget spinner. He's just like, he's just chilling with it. Like, I'm like, no, it's stupid. But yeah. That'd be funny, yeah.
So yeah, man, that's dope, man. So let me see. So you did the shows with Zeke J. Zeke J, right? That's his name. I forgot. Yeah. Zeke J over there in Queens. Jamaica, Queens, which is far as fuck, man. Mostly when you're from Staten Island, I'm guessing. Long Island. I keep forgetting. Hey, you came from Long Island over here, right? Or we came?
Yeah, that was great too.
Dang. But I mean, that's the journey, you know what I mean? You're going here, you're going there, you're going everywhere, Like you're making this shit possible for yourself, making opportunities come to life for yourself. Every opportunity that is given to you, I'm guessing you take it, because I always see you always moving, man. Like once you're always on your vacation, I always see you moving. I'm like, oh shit, this dude moving. But yeah, I get it, man. And so let's talk about the light, man. Because this last freestyle or remix, I forgot what it is, that you dropped on Everybody's Gotta Die on off of J. Cole's new album. That you, like, I was hearing a song, right, and I was hearing some certain shit, like, oh shit, this shit is dope, because you're talking like some real shit. You're not talking about like, oh, I'm gonna destroy everybody in the game, or I'm coming to do this, or I'm coming to do that, or this and that. No, you're just telling your story. Like you're preparing the people for the light, which I didn't know about. I didn't even know about until I saw like the whole video to the end. It said chapter 2, the light coming soon.
Yeah.
And the coming is the next song coming out, right? I think that's what it's called, the coming.
No.
No?
So that track, the J. Cole remix, I want to write something to kind of like Because I feel like now, like the thing is, people are gonna be like, oh, he just writes about being depressed. He just writes about being angry. He's just like a rock type of rapper, like Tech Nine or like Limp Bizkit or whatever. I wanted to show people that I can do something different, and that my sound really doesn't have a definition. I wanted to give them a preview that the light is gonna be something where the dark is created out of hate, and it's out of sorrow, it's out of thoughts of insanity and such. The light is so different that it's something more created out of love. It's I talk about a lot about people I love in life, things I love in life, and things that inspired me to get out of that dark place I was in, and I wanted to I want people to kind of see that and be like, damn, if I'm feeling depressed or I'm feeling angry and frustrated with life or whatever is going down with me internally, externally, I kind of want people to see this album as a whole and be like, there's a way out of it, even if it's not the same way that I found out of it. There's a way out of dark places like that.
And I'm guessing this is something that most people don't really talk about nowadays, because most people nowadays talk about only about money, bitches, and hoes, and fame and stuff like that. And even if they don't got it, they're talking about it, which is crazy. I'm like, damn. Yeah, and doing Molly and pills and shit and all that shit. I'm like, damn, son. We all have that time in childhood where we do a show. We still do it to this day, get high and shit, weed, marijuana, whatever the fuck it is.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all, you know what I mean? But I don't think your whole life is based on just smoking weed. You know what I mean? I'm guessing you have so much things to talk about, which is something amazing. It's like Meek Mill, he does a lot of that shit too. But now I see with the new shit he's dropping right now, is kind of more to the storytelling. The more to the basics, the real shit. Jay-Z, J. Cole, and now I see Vic Mensa. I don't know how to pronounce his name very well yet. I just found out about him. So I started hearing his music. I was like, damn, this dude is dope. But yeah, man, and when I see artists like yourself, some people be like, oh, this white boy, he's white boy. It's true shit. I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah. They gonna be like, white boys don't rap and shit like that. But once I see your shit, I'm like, damn. Right now, probably we all go through a phase where we have to master our own sound. But when I see your bars, I don't see your vocals, because vocals, anybody could change melodies in the way that you speak, in the way that you rap and shit like that. But when you have bars and the way that and if you could tell a story, it's way different than just melodies. Anybody could do melodies. Anybody could do a voiceover and shit like that and add this. But it's different when you have it, when you could actually rap and you could actually tell a story. So I'm guessing when you come up with the light, man, it's gonna be something special, man. You're telling a story. You already told the darkness, now you're coming with the light. So I'm already imagining the next. After that, you're gonna come out with something even more bigger, more greater. I'm guessing you're just gonna go to the journey, saying this is what I'm going through now.
I don't really know what the next project's gonna be. It could be rock music again. It could be Girl Scout cookies, where it's all party tracks. It could be The Light, where a lot of it is kind of, it's got a lot of gospel, electronic elements. I don't really know what my next project's gonna be. I just know that whatever it is, it's always gonna be real. You're never gonna see a fake side of me. There's many different sides to me, but you're never gonna see one that I just make up. It's never just gonna be just some bullshit. Just keeping it real. That's what I'm trying to do. So.
Damn, man. So I'm guessing you're going to college because you want to build a record label or some shit like that. Yeah, I'm guessing you want to get, even if you don't build a record label, I'm guessing you want to make sure that you don't get fooled in this kind of business. There's a lot of trickery, a lot of fuckery going on, a lot of robbing and scheming going on. Some people claim to be managers, shit. They don't do the managers' work. Some people do say the management, but they don't do management work. They don't do it right. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy out here, It's a lot of, because there's a lot of artists, so it's kind of easy. It's an easy way to scam people nowadays.
Oh yeah, exactly. you gotta be so careful, who you trust, and the music industry. It's crazy. That's why I'm trying to also go to college. But I feel I always feel very torn, because part of me is you gotta focus on the music. Part of me is nah, you gotta focus on getting a degree, because who knows where the music's gonna go. I always feel I'm shifting focus in a way. And it's stressful, but it's things I love to do, so I'm never gonna stop doing what I love. That's just the way it is.
Fast, man. Yeah, because I was talking to a well-established artist the other day, right? This person was already like right there, ready with the followers and fans and shit, all freaking verified, whatever you want to call it. You know, well-established artist. And she was telling me like, you know, she sometimes feel like she gotta work on the music and stuff like that. And like, well, back then she had to like, she was always stressed out that she needed to drop music, because it's an artist job, you know, to drop music because you're an artist. But it wasn't always about just the music. It's about actually learning the business, because you have to learn the business. You have to learn the way that you market yourself. It's about marketing, branding, and all this other shit. You gotta learn. It takes years. It's stressful because people are requesting music out of you, and you want to keep moving. Because as time goes, there's new artists coming out, and more artists coming out, new styles coming out, and the flow is always changing, the style is always changing, the topics are always changing. Like, it's always changing. It's a game without an end. Like, it keeps changing and changing and changing. So if you're not moving with it, you're staying behind. But at the same time, you gotta learn the whole basics, the marketing, branding, all this shit. Because if you don't, then who the hell is gonna buy your music? How the hell you gonna explain? How the hell you wanna get your music out there if you know how to do it? You know. So at the same time, you gotta learn all of this as you're moving towards your goals. So like, tell me, like, have you actually felt like that kind of pressure besides, you know, like the college, all this stuff, you know, like kind of stopping you from actually like dedicating your whole time to just your music?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in a way it's stressful because, you know, there's, you know, I'm always like, oh, I wanna plan like a tour or something. I'm like, oh, but I have classes, I have like stuff to do, or I have to work. You know, I gotta make money at the same time. Production is not cheap at all. Especially you doing a 20-track thing. Let me tell you, it's not cheap.
High quality.
Yeah, facts. But yeah, at times it's stressful. And I think, you know, a lot of artists are stressed out to keep putting out new music. I think hip hop's in an interesting place right now because there's so many different styles. Like when you look at the freshman class this year, you know, like you got rappers like Ugly God, and then you got rappers like XXX Tentacion, and then you got rappers like Kyle. You know, there's a lot of different aspects to like hip hop now. It's interesting. Cap G, yo. I wanna give me a rib. I wanna give me a rib. I love his freestyle. I loved his cipher verse, man. He's got a good flow.
I like his girlfriend track actually.
That one's funny, yeah.
Yeah. That's really good. Hell yeah, man. Yo, but you know what's crazy though? Like, before I forget, man, because I remember when Trump won and you was in college, because, you know, I follow all the artists that come on ACapellicTV. I like to make sure that everyone's good and what they're dropping and some shit. Right now I can't, because right now I'm working on so much things that it's a crazy universe. Yeah, man, but you know, when I can, I do it, you know. But I was checking, you was in college and shit, and when Donald Trump won, I saw that you guys were in the riot and shit. Like, I wasn't there, you know what I mean? So I appreciate it, you know, from behalf of my people, man, I appreciate that shit, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's not the right thing, but, you know, we could have done shit a certain way, but tell me, man, how was that? How was the vibe there? How was it all, man? Because I already know, like, all this shit happened already, but it's something that is still going on, you know, because this fool doesn't know what he's doing. Like, he's causing wars and shit, Korea, and bombs in every single day, bomb tests. Like, what you think of all of this shit, man?
I think I want to say fuck Donald Trump. He is not fit to be president. He has no experience in politics. He just doesn't know what he's doing. I think he's an asshole. He doesn't care about the people at all, honestly. You know, there's a lot of like shady business going on right now. I don't even want to start to like name scandals because there's too many. There's one like every other day. And there's actually like there's a line on the Hard Rock Fiend where it's like, I'm just looking at the world and asking what the fuck. He says he's Donald Trump but speaking like he's Donald Duck. Because I felt like, you know, when this guy gets on a stage, when he gets on a mic, he just spews a bunch of fucking bullshit. You know, I'm not with it. But yeah, the protest was really cool. A lot of students at Plattsburgh were super involved in it. It was great to be out there.
Oh yeah, when you were, it was good.
Yeah.
Another sort of place, it was crazy, bro.
Oh yeah, it's the.
Crazy. Yeah, you guys were just protesting, you know, chill and stuff like that.
Yeah, we were very chill about it.
Yeah, but then I saw the people like, damn, bro, like, you guys are ruining businesses. Like, we saw our people, like, their businesses. And I heard it you're not like, these are our people's businesses, you know. You're not hurting Donald Trump, you're hurting our people, because these are their businesses. This is how they eat, this is how they feed their families, you know. Like, there's other ways to actually deal with this shit. But yeah, man, it's crazy, you know. And so it's always interesting to me to see, like, that's why I would bring that topic up, because of how Rafin, you know, that line right there. So it's kind of cool, like, because hip hop is based on this, you know. Hip hop was born on this. Like, this is why it was hip hop.
It's political.
Yeah, it's political, man. You know, you know what I mean. It's from that, you know, because this used to be like the way for people to tell their people and tell the neighborhoods what's going on. Certain person got shot today and stuff like that, and it wasn't from gang members. Like, back then, it wasn't like, probably some people. There's always bad people in the world, you know, but most of the majority was from, you know, the racism and all that shit that was going on in America, mostly here in New York, because this is where it started. So we know about New York's history. Like, I don't know about other people's history, but I know my history, you know, because I'm from New York, so that makes it my history, you know what I mean? No, so, you know, it's kind of crazy how hip-hop is this, like, I call it a magical world, because there's so much that you could either be happy, you could be talking about politics, you could be talking about having a good day, you could talk about love and shit, you could talk about so many topics. It's unlimited, you know. And the crazy part is, actually, back then hip-hop wasn't hip-hop like just it is now, you know. Like, now it's like kind of like pop-ish. Back then it was with techno, with rock, you know. It was mixed with rock. There were bands. It was bands.
Yeah, like Limp Bizkit, POD, and all that shit. But yeah, I like when hip hop's very political. I look up to, like, you know, artists that really inspired, you know, the Light album that I listen to is like Talib Kweli, Common, Black Thought. Yeah, Lupe too. Like, you know, Mortal. Oh, he's got those theories, man, like crazy. He's great.
You know, he talks a lot of conscious shit too.
Yeah. No, he's got his heart in the right place. And that's the thing, like, you know, the light is really about me trying to figure out, like, you know, where I want my heart to be, like putting my heart in the right place. And a lot of it is speaking on what you were saying before, how, you know, there's a lot corrupted with the world right now, but there's no, it's taking a step back if we're gonna solve that by, you know, causing violence in the street. There's way more ways of, like, solving these things, and I feel like, you know, people are just kind of taking the wrong approach to it by doing that, causing riots and shit. That's coming from me, from someone, you know, who used to I understand it, because, like, you know, I used to, like, be a very angry child. I used to have those issues in myself.
I mean,
Like,
that's what happens when you're born in the city, man. You know, you always feel like you're being oppressed the way that we live, you know. Like you try to do, like I say on my new track, you know, it's unreleased and shit, you know. I said, like, sometimes it's hard to do the right shit, you know, because like I try to do the right thing, but it's always hard to do the right thing, knowing that, like, once I come back home, it feels like I'm in prison, because I'm reflecting back to the way that I'm living, because every day is the same shit. You're seeing the same struggle, you're seeing the same death, you're seeing homeless people in the street, you're seeing old ladies picking up bottles, and you put all of this together. I'm like, damn, there's so much money going on, people investing money in wars and shit. Why the fuck are we investing money in wars? Like, I don't got no personal beef with, yeah. I don't got no beef with Russia. I don't got no beef with China, Mexico, whatever country it is, you know. Why the hell should I go kill people over there if that's not my beef? Why? Because these motherfuckers want more land. Like, motherfucker, I don't want no land. I just want to live good, you know what I mean?
I just want my people living good. I don't want to see homeless people on the street. I don't want to see any of that shit you see. Like, I don't, you know, I'm with you on that. I feel you on that, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why when I saw you on Art Fest, man, the first time, because I was actually performing there when I actually went, that was like 2 years ago or 1 year ago, if I'm not mistaken. You know, that captivated me, because you were talking about politics and shit like that, but you did it in the right way that people actually captivated to you, and like people were actually with you and shit like that, knowing that we was in a place where the majority of people there is what most people consider African American. You know, and you was a white boy up in there, and they actually showed their respect, you know. So I was like, yo, that's dope. That's some dope shit, you know. Because you're able to do that shit, like, the more you progress in your sound, the more you progress in your music, like, the better it is gonna be, you know.
Well, I was really like pretty afraid to do that track. I didn't know how it would be taken, but, you know, I felt like it was things that, like, would resonate with people, and a message that actually, like, mattered. But I was scared to be like, well, we don't want to hear that coming from his mouth. Yeah, but you know, a lot of people loved it. Zeke thought it was great. He was like, I get your message. I get what you're trying to do. Yeah, and that track's gonna be on the light too. You know, that track's gonna be on the light. Yeah.
That's the one I want to hear, man.
Yeah, it's coming out really great. It's coming out really great so far. It's got a good message, so.
Damn, bro. So before we leave, man, like, is there any music video that you're gonna drop release soon? Which I doubt, but I know that you are gonna release music. That's a certain thing. I know. I know you're gonna drop music, because when you drop music, man, it's unlimited, man. You drop this week, next week, and then like, damn, this boy got that fire inside of him, you know. So tell us about your music, because I know for sure maybe we're not seeing a music video until you're in a place where you're really comfortable and stuff like that. But I know we will get music. So can you talk to us about that, man?
Yeah, we're gonna put that out probably. I don't know when, but before summer ends, because you know it's about the beach. You gotta put it out in the summer. And I'm working right now on I'm trying to do that contest for Kato. Yeah, he's the producer. Works with like Jaron Benton, Dizzy Wright. Yeah,
The second producer that was placed on under Funk Volume, when it was Funk Volume with Hobson, right? Because I think he was the last producer that actually signed to Funk Volume, which is now still moving, because Dizzy Wright took it, and then Hobson made Undercover Prodigy. Now they're dope, you know. I'm guessing there was some misunderstandings, which is kind of sad, because there was that group, you know. They were the guys that actually was. I thought it was gonna tear up the game up, you know what I mean? They was tearing the game up, doing the independent, you know, and it's kind of crazy, man. But yeah, man. So we most definitely gonna be hearing some more music from Mute the Messiah, man, and we most definitely gonna be promoting it. And before we leave, man, is there anything else that you want to promote and you want to talk to us about, tell the people about, go to a show, probably a website, anything else?
Yeah, no, new music coming out as always. Hopefully videos pretty soon. Check me out, Instagram, Mute the Messiah, Facebook, Mute the Messiah, Tinder, Mute the Messiah. Swipe right for me. Tinder, yeah. You gotta swipe right for Mute the Messiah, you know. So I get some dates out here. Get some ladies out here. Yeah. But yeah, and I'm on YouTube, I'm on SoundCloud, all Mute the Messiah. Yeah, check it out, get familiar with the sound, you know. It's always evolving, so.
Well, folks, this is ACapellicTV. It's your boy Acapella Don, and once again with Mute the Messiah here, man. Until next time, take care.